Hello and welcome to Top Gear. Welcome to the 2024 Skoda Kylaq. And now we'll be taking you through everything that you need to know about this vehicle. And by the way, it has a 780 ka price. What are you saying? Wait, but before that, let me tell you about all the design features and everything so that you get to up to speed. First that you see is the massive grille. And by massive, I mean it's quite massive to see. And this will tell you that this is an actual Skoda. Anything apart from the vehicle, this will tell you that this is a Skoda. And then this has the DRL LED headlights over here, as you can see. It is split with the projector headlights below. Beautiful Skoda badge, and it has been, I think, enlarged for all the people to see, which is very cool. On the bonnet, you have a lot of creases. I know they have been telling that simplicity is the way to go, but then the amount of creases on the front bonnet is bonkers. I don't know what to tell you, but absolutely beautiful. Looks quite aggressive. Looks a lot more aggressive than anything in the market right now, within its price point. As we come to the side, you get 17 inches, which is quite new to see in this price point because even the Virtus does not get the 17 inches, but this does. And this makes the car, or at least the whole wheel space, look quite filled up, and it's not empty as you see in other cars. Tata Curve. And as you can come on the side, this is fairly a little smaller than the Skoda Kylaq by a few hundred millimeters or so, but then the wheelbase and the length of the car, I think it fits well with the rest of the competition. Also, it gets 189 millimeter of ground clearance, which I think should suffice for everything that you find on the Indian roads, whether it be potholes, whether it be unmarked speed breakers, or whether it be other people. So I think this can sort it out. The Tata Nexon gets a 205 millimeter ground clearance, but I think 189 is more than good enough. Now, as you come to the back, things get a little understated, at least for me. You get the whole Skoda logo, which is quite big, bold, and beautiful. And I think rest, you get nothing so beautiful, to be very honest, because these tail lights are quite small when it comes to the entire appeal and the entire dimensions of the car. But nonetheless, people do like it. I may not be in love with it, but I think it'll grow on me. It'll grow on me for a little while. And also, by the way, this entire car, as you can see, has a new design philosophy that Skoda is trying out. It is trying to go a lot more sober, a lot more straighter lines, and a lot more clean design altogether to showcase the people that they mean authenticity, they mean a lot of build quality that needs to be portrayed through the design philosophy. So I think it works, but then do tell me from the side, like if you can just come, because a car looks best from its three-quarter angle, so always remember that. So you tell me whether this looks beautiful or not at the moment. As you get to decide that, let me take you inside and let me show you what's there inside this beautiful monster. So now we are inside the beautiful Skoda Kylaq, and this is the first time we are getting to see the car from inside. I know we had an experiential drive, and if you want to see that experiential drive, which is done on a racetrack by our editor-in-chief, click out the banner or click on the pop-up that comes here. More on that later. And now that we are inside the car, this looks absolutely Skoda-like. There is no change, or you can't find a lot of difference that you would find with a Kylaq or a Slavia. You get a very large, I think 24 centimeters odd infotainment touchscreen, which is pretty good. You get your AC vents, which are very minimalistic, and you also get the infotainment console, as you would say, or the center console that people say. It gets a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic torque converter. So we are yet to drive it and figure it out how it plays out on the road. On the track it was pretty decent, but on the road is somewhere what we need to find out. This also gets a sunroof, as you can see. Please don't put your kids or yourself through this. This is just to enjoy the beautiful stars in the skies that you would see. So what else do you get in the front? You get adjustable seats, not only for the driver, but also for the passenger as well. 6 airbags as standard, and plethora of standard features, plethora of safety standard features. And if I'm not wrong, they have around more than 35 standard features on this car, which you get on the top end. One more thing to know is that it is based on the MQB A0iN platform, which has got 5 stars for its Kylaq and its Slavia. So I'm pretty sure this will also get 5 stars. But now let's jump into the back. So enough of talking about the front seat. Let us talk about the back seats. And yeah, it is quite roomy. Now, to be very honest, I would say that the front seat is a little further behind. It is not on my regular driving position. It is kept at a decent position. And I think any regular driver would pull their seats a little front, in all honesty. But what do you get? Once you sit inside the car, you get quite a little bit of healthy knee room. And I think if the seat is pushed a little front, you will feel a lot more comfortable. There is good thigh support underneath, and I am quite comfortable sitting in this car. The seat angle is also kept at a good angle, and I can quite fit in because as you can see, these seats have a little bit of a depression, so you can actually snug inside, and I have enough headroom on the top of my head, which will, help me keep my ego. And also, you get a beautiful armrest. Now, armrests for me are a very important part of a car, and so I'm really happy they have a very good and sturdy armrest. You get ISOFIX mount points here if you have a child or you have done a mistake. I don't know. So as you can see, Skoda has nicely put a lot of elements inside. You can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of various different sizes and shapes. So as you can see, there is a lot of boot space, and it is top notch when it comes to the practicality of the entire vehicle. I really like it. I really like the space of it. And yeah, all I'm trying to think is, where is my damn umbrella? There should be a Skoda, there should be an umbrella here. But where is it? I don't know. We'll find out. So this is the beautiful thing that powers the Skoda Kylaq. This is a 1-liter turbocharged engine. And this is, you can see it on the Skoda Slavia and also the Kylaq. So there's nothing new about it, 115 odd horsepower and I think 170 odd Newton meters of torque. So this should do all your regular activities very nicely. And since it is also 40 kgs lighter than the Skoda Kylaq, this should give you a little more mileage and also a little more push and oomph that you would need from your compact SUV. And now that they have said that this compact SUV has to be stylish, has to be robust, and also has to be fun to drive. So I think with the lesser weight and the shorter wheelbase and everything else that is going, this engine will be able to outshine its part. But we need to understand how much mileage does it give, what sort of fuel efficiency are we looking at when we are driving inside the city, and also the drivability of the entire gearbox and the engine itself. So even though this may have been a part of an engine that has been used in other models, it does not give us a clear picture on how it would perform in this car. So the only question that we have to answer is, do you really like the car? Do you like how it looks? Do you really want to know how it drives? I know we will tell you on how it drives, but do you really like the car? Do you think it'll beat the Venue? It'll beat all the other competitors that are playing in the whole subcompact SUV market? With the pricing, I think this has a very good attempt to at least confuse the people into buying the regular oldies. And I think the regular oldies should look out for this car, because this car is absolutely not bad when it comes to touching, feeling, and everything that you can do while the car is static. It absolutely wins your heart. So for the drive, please stay tuned. We'll be dropping that very soon once they give us the car for our first drive experience. And for anything automotive in this world, please follow BBC Top Gear India. Thank you so much. My name is Akash, and let's sign off.